Revelation chapter 14. Then I looked, and there before me was the Lamb, standing on Mount Zion, who had his name with him 144,000, who had his name and his Father's name written on their forehead. And I heard a sound from heaven, like the roar of a rushing water, was like that, and like a loud peal of thunder. The sound I heard was like that of harpists playing their harps. And they sang a new song before the throne and before the four living creatures and elders. No one could learn the song except the 144,000 who had been redeemed from the earth. For these are those who did not defile themselves with women wherever he goes. For they remain virgin from among mankind. They follow the Lamb wherever he goes to God. And they were purchased from among mankind and offered as first fruits to God and the Lamb. No lie was found in their mouth. They are blameless. The eternal gospel. Then I saw another angel flying in the midair on the earth. And he had the eternal gospel, tribe, language, to proclaim to those who live on the earth. He said in a loud voice, to every nation, tribe, language, and people. Because he said in a loud voice, has come. Fear God, worship him, and give him glory. Who made the heavens, because the hour of his judgment has come. The sea, worship him, who made the heavens, the earth, a second angel, the sea, and the springs of water. Fallen is Babylon. A second angel followed and said, which may all fallen is Babylon, the great, which may all the nations drink the madding wine of her adultery. Which may all the nations drink fallen is Babylon, the great, which may all the nations drink the madding wine of her adulteries. If anyone worships the beast, a third angel followed him and said in a loud voice, if anyone worships the beast, and its image, and receive its mark on their forehead or on their head, which they too will drink the wine of God's fury, his wrath, which has been poured full strength into the cups of his wrath. Of the holy angels, they will be tormented with burning sulfur in the presence of the holy angels and of the Lamb forever and ever. And the smoke of their torment will rise forever and ever for those who worship the beast. And there will be no rest day or night for those who worship the beast and its image. Or for anyone who receives the mark of its name. Of the people of God. This calls for patience, endurance on the parts of the people of God who keep his command and remain faithful to Jesus. Then I heard a voice from heaven say, right this. Blessed are the dead who die in the Lord from now on. Yes, says the Spirit, they will rest from their labor. I looked, for their deeds and there will follow them was a white cloud. And seated, I looked on the cloud, and there before me like a son of man was a white cloud. With a crown and seated on the cloud was one like a son of man. With a crown of gold on his head and a sharp sickle in his hand. In a loud voice to him. Then another angel came out of the temple and called in a loud voice and to him who who was sitting on a cloud,
to reap has come.
take your sickle
And reap is ripe,
because the time to reap has come.
so he
For the
who was
harvest
sitting on a
of
cloud
the earth
swung
is
his
ripe.
sickle over the earth, and the earth
So he
was
who was sitting on a cloud swung his sickle over the
Another
earth,
angel came out
and the
of the
earth
temple in heaven,
was harvested.
and he too had a sharp sickle.
Another angel came out of the temple in heaven,
of the fire
and he too had a sharp
from
sickle.
the altar, and
Still another angel who had charge of the fire came from the altar and called in a loud voice to him
and gathered
who had the sharp
clusters of
sickle.
grape from the earth's vine.
Take your sharp
its
sickle
grapes are
and
ripe.
gather the clusters of grape from the earth's
Swung
vine
his sickle on the earth,
because its grapes are
its
ripe.
grapes, and threw them into the great wine.
The angel swung his sickle on the earth, gather its grapes,
They were
and threw them into the great winepress of God's wrath.
city, and blood flowed.
They were trampled in the winepress
Rising as
outside the
high
city,
as the horses,
and blood flowed out of the
a
press,
distance of
rising as high as the horses' bridles for a distance of 1,600 stadia.